नमस्कार. आयच्या डिबेटीत तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आज विशय मातसो विचित्र आसा. आमकां गोंयकाराक एकामेका कडेन झगडपाची खूब संवय आनी फाटली 2-3 आठवडे जाले वेगवेगळ्या विशयांचेर आमी झगडत आसात. आयचो जो विशय आसा तो म्हळ्यार रोहन बाबान एक स्टेटमेंट केलें. तें म्हळ्यार जे गोंयच्या भायर वचून गोंयकार स्थायीक जाल्यात तांणी थंय बसून फेसबुकाचेर गोंयाक शर्माव दिवपाची गरज ना म्हणून. आनी तातूंत भितर आनीक आशिल्लें की ज्या लोकांनी सिटीजनशीप सोडल्या they have no love for Goa, they have lost love for Goa. कितली खरी गजाली. आनी जाणी जे गोंय सोडून भायर आसात तांकां गोंयचेर उलोवपाचो, गोंयांतल्या गजालींचेर उलोवपाचो कितलो अधिकार आसा काय पुराय अधिकार आसा हाजेर आमी भासाभास करतात. 4 मानेस्त म्हजे बरोबर. पयली आसा ते गोवा सीफेरर्स असोसिएशनाचे डिक्सन वाज, वेलकम. दुसरे आसात म्हजे बरोबर जे ह्या विशयाचेर खूब बरे तरेन उलोवपाक शकतात, भाजपाचे ज्येष्ठ फुडारी आनी आमदार निलेश बाब काब्राल. तिसरे आसात म्हजे बरोबर नामनेच्या सिनेमॅटोग्राफर शिरीष बाब देसाय, वेलकम. आनी चवथी आसात म्हजे बरोबर फ्रॉम एकेडेमीक पॉयंट ऑफ व्यू एंड कारण जांचे कडेन फायनली भुरगीं तयार जातात ते गोवा युनिवर्सिटीच्या मॅनेजमेंट स्टडीजाचे प्रोफेसर निलेश बोर्डे, वेलकम.
नमस्कार.
डिक्सन आय स्टार्ट विथ यू. कारण जेन्ना ते स्टेटमेंट गेलें तेन्ना तुका बरोच राग आयलो, अपसेट जालो. कित्याक अपसेट जालो? कारण देर आर बोथ सायड्स टू इट. वाय वर यू अपसेट वेन यू हर्ड दॅट स्टेटमेंट?
See, upset म्हणल्यार it is not only the word upset, but there is something which it hurt the sentiment of the people who are contributing so much for the economy of Goa. And when a minister such a caliber like Rowan County, who previous election we were looking as the forefront, and just like some other leaders, and we look them as a future generation leaders. And when they talk like this, it hurt a lot of sentiment all around the globe. I have some statistics which I will tell you, and this is the reason when somebody is helping the economy, when somebody is have all the love for Goa, even though we work anywhere in the world, we celebrate all kind of festivals in all around the world. In London, in America, in Canada, on the ships, in Dubai, Kuwait, fest जावं कितें जावं तो वेलंकनीचे फेस्त फाल्यां. They will celebrate all around the world. They will contribute for every single thing because we want to have the connection between Goa and anywhere. Example, we work on the ship. Any kind of festival, Independence Day, big celebration. So, doesn't have to be on the land to land, but even in the sea, we are connected to Goa. So, this particular...
कनेक्ट असपा खातीर गोंयाकच असपाची गरज ना. ज्या जाग्यार तो मनीस आसा थंय ताणें गोंयकार जावन जगपा जाय.
कितें आसता एक आतां पळय इतले आमी गोंयकार पावले कित्याक? वाय? वॉट इज द रिजन? बिकॉज वी डोंट लायक गोवा? नो. इट इज द जॉब ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. आतां तारवटी म्हणल्यार कित्याक? इज अ कनेक्शन विथ द पोर्चुगीज. सो गोंयकार म्हणल्यार तो कोणूय दे हायर यू, दे डोंट आस्क यू एनीथिंग बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दे नो यू आर background of the seafarers, you know the background, and then hospitality and English and all these things they know. So we are skilled laborers. आता कितें जाता दुसऱ्या गांवांत गेले म्हणून they treat us very nicely. We are skilled laborers. London was, America was, Canada was, खंय was, बोटीर was.
व्हेरी शिरीष बाब, वॉट डू यू फील? कारण जो मेन मुद्दो आसा की जे गोंयाक रावनात जांकां ग्रावंड रियलिटी खबर ना ते इलेक्शन जावं किंवा कितें जावं एक व्हडलो बोवाळ करतात, सोशल मिडियाचेर बोवाळ जाता. अँड हीज मेन इंटेंशन वॉज ग्रावंड रियलिटी खबर नासतना नेगेटिव्ह कमेंट्स पास करप. हें बरोबर काय चूक?
नेगेटिव्ह कमेंट्स पास करप केन्नाय चूक अशें म्हाजें मत आसा. यू कॅन डिस्कस अबाउट इट, यू कॅन टॉक अबाउट इट, you can also have your ideas about it, but constantly trying to stop the government, influence the people over here, to instigate the people over here to stop everything what is happening is wrong according to me. You should not. If you really love Goa, then what you should be doing, you should be contributing to the betterment of Goa, not by constantly being cynical about it.
तुमकां दिसता सिनिसिझम खूब वाडला?
खूब cynicism वाडला. See, there are realities, we cannot deny them. Okay, there are so many realities. Now all the realities may not be, they may be very subjective. Many things are very subjective. There are many perceptions which are created. Okay, now these perceptions people assume them to be true. एक बारीक कितें वस्तू जाता की something happens and it is blown up into a perception and then everybody keeps on contributing to the fodder की नाही हे अशेंच आसा. even when you are told on the Facebookच बणया आमी, you are told ki okay तशें ना, this is, nobody wants to listen to it. They all want to put up their own narrative, which is generally derogatory and abusive speaks, very abusive comments. Most of the time, so many comments are so abusive that you just want to give up the debate and go.
It's a very interesting point, perception. कारण सोशल मिडियाचो वापरय वाडपाक लागला आणि अल्टिमेटली कांय परसेप्शन्स थंय बिल्ड जातात आनी जेन्ना मनीस ह्या मातयेक नासता ताजे तो भायर आसता आनी जेन्ना तो हांगा कमेंट करता पॉझिटिव्हली जावं काय नेगेटिव्हली जावं घडये इट मायट नॉट बी इन ट्यून विथ द ग्राउंड रियलिटी तेन्ना ती नेगेटिव्हच कमेंट करून एक परसेप्शन तयार करप कितली बरोबर कितली चूक हाऊ डू यू लुक एट इट
Pramod, I think म्हाका तरी अशें दिसता की the whole issue is all about the way a person has started thinking today. म्हाका दिसता it's all about the way people have started getting into fights rather than debates and arguments. I hope we only have a debate here and not a fight. But the whole issue is a very simple one, that if there is a point of view which does not match your point of view, then you are supposed to be my enemy. I mean, that is the kind of level we have reached ourselves, taken ourselves to today. Was it present earlier? The answer is yes, it was present earlier. But what used to probably happen was there used to never be a concept like social media where people would be able to air these kind of views on a real-time basis. Unfortunately or fortunately, it's a double-edged sword. Social media has allowed this real-time posting of feelings on the wall. Now, what has happened because of that is people have not got this chance to sit down, introspect on an issue, think about it and then comment. The comments are getting more impulsive. And that is the problem that's coming in. So I guess people have to sit down, think over the issues and then talk is a feeling that I have. And more importantly, it goes both ways. Just because somebody does not agree to a particular policy does not mean that the person is against. Instance, I don't like the casino boats standing in on the Mandavi River. That doesn't mean I don't like BJP. It does not mean that I don't like the Chief Minister. It does not mean that I don't like people. On one particular policy, I agree to disagree with them. I mean, that is about it. So today, probably people have lost that maturity levels of agreeing to disagree.
There are 2 points into it. जेन्ना तुम्ही म्हणतात की बारीक जरी कितें एक ऑपोजिट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू घालो जाल्यार सरकन सामके फ्लेअर अप जावप.
Correct.
There are 2 points. Have we become oversensitive or have we become insensitive? That the kind of language we use, is it oversensitivity or is it insensitivity?
I think anything over makes you in. तुझी सेन्सिटिव्हिटी जेन्ना खूप चड जाता, you start getting sensitive only about yourself and stop thinking about somebody else. So anything over the board is always bad. And that's probably the thing that's happened everywhere.
कितें दिसता कारण सरकारा भितर तुमी आसात आनी सगळ्यांत चड टिका ही ऑब्वियसली तुमचेर जाता आनी रोहनाचोय म्हणणें तें आशिल्लें की वी आर ट्रायंग टू डू समथींग गुड बट नोबडी वॉन्ट्स टू लिसन. इट इज लायक द सिंगल पॉयंट अजेंडा की आमकां टिका करपाक जाय. इज इट रायट ऑर इट्स अ मिडियम, इट्स सोशल मीडिया. काल मेरेन नाशिल्लें, आज आसा. सो लोक उलयतले, काल ते चावडेर उलयताले, तिट्यार उलयताले, आज ते सोशल मिडियाचेर उलयतात. यू शुड टेक इट इन युअर स्ट्राइड rather than criticizing.
No, see, there are two. As a politician, I would like to say, Rohanache, the view, what he was trying to say, I feel, I don't know, maybe it's something. But there are 2 things. Social media, I also get flack. The other day, I made a statement against the fact-finding committee. And this, my thing was very simple. I did not blame anybody. I said what I expressed since I come. The way the people, especially people who don't stay here, that is what the seafarers they talk about. What language they use. See, I don't react. I don't pass comment again. But it hurts me also. See, you don't know the full subject. You don't know anything. Just because you are reading some statement on a newspaper, you react. See, you should have a debate. Ek tarah debate zapata. You are serious, no? You should debate. You should debate in such a way that, okay, you have positives, negatives and come to a conclusion. There is no comment. I have seen some people who don't have comment. They just use languages to the bestest of choices on the Facebook. And they don't know anything happened. Just because of one point, they use the choices and they finish it. And they don't come back again. So these type of people should actually, that is what Rohan meant to say. There are people also who are settled everywhere. They come into debate. They try to see reasoning it out. So there are different types of people on the Facebook and social media. So what Rohan meant to say is people who are abusive type, who don't understand. And see, we are also human beings. We might be politicians, but we are also. You can correct me. I always my statement whenever I meet people, you correct me. I have no problem. If I am wrong, you correct me, but not abusing me. I have got my own ego. Why are you abusing me? Who are you to abuse me?
Okay.
This is what Rohan meant to say.
Important point. कारण आता झाले his best example is the press conference he addressed on the fact finding committee of the church. ताजे उपरांत निलेशाचे ज्या तरेन अटॅक जालो, it looked like there was a clear एक ताका communal color म्हणपाक जाता. डायरेक्ट थंय इश्यू कितें हें समजून घेनासतना सुपरफ्लुअस कमेंट करून एब्यूज करपाची एक कल्चर तयार जावपाक लागला.
No, after going there, they have forgotten the Goan culture. They think I feel maybe the culture there. See, when I know a lot of people who have gone from here, kids who have gone from here, settled in London. My own relation, forget other people, my own relation, the way they behave, what they used to behave here, and there is vast difference. I've just come from a small village.
Nobody understand. The moment you cross 1,000 miles and you're far away, your love for Goa is always more because there is nothing else. This mobile is connecting to you anywhere. You can be. So you just want to know when it's night time over there, it's daytime over there. I tell you my example. I could not start my day in the morning without looking at the net, Herald, whatever. So there is because to kani kaina. One side he is right, they have abusive language, but there are fake people who are that. So we don't get on social media, you will never win a debate. Because like example, the person, one guy called Mangresh Parab, I'm not debating into that, but Mangresh Parab, he constantly trying to say why seafarers should get only the pension. He started a big debate and disappear. Then other day he said, go there and to wash toilets. So these people who are using that are making you feel that. Now example, look, this morning I got a private bank in Margaon, 70,000 NRI accounts, 40,000 remittance they send actively, 200 crores annually they send in one bank. One bank I'm talking about. Then I got a status of another bank, government bank, worth 2,000 crores. Okay, NRI deposits are 900 crores. So they are the 60% contributors. So social media, they are not saying that you Nilesh say something. No, but does this, we as an NRI don't have anything. Today we are supporting the economy. Today.
Now these are important, Ashiba, they also have stakes here. Remittances are huge.
Correct.
अशी परिस्थिती भितर आम्ही जर एक्सप्रेस केले आमची मतां जाल्यार कितें चुकलें? Is it only about the kind of language that is being used, or it is about the criticism which might be unfounded? What do you see?
See, everybody has a right to talk. Okay, it is not just a country. Everybody has a right to say, air their views, to talk there, and you have a medium. So obviously you are going to air your views. Okay, but how valid are my points? That is very important. How valid are my points? Have I thought about it integrally, or am I seeing it only from one side, which I want to see? Okay, everybody has their own point of view, but you also should see whether the other person is talking sense or not. You are predetermined that the other person is an idiot talking to you. He is a complete idiot. He doesn't know anything. I am right. Now this is a perception which is very bad. Because this will not give you any results, or it will not take you towards a conclusion where you come together and solve a problem. Are we solving problems, or are we just burnishing our egos? That is very important. I think most of the time what happens is everybody is trying to burnish his own ego.
आम्ही जे गोंयकार स्वताक सामकी सेक्युलर म्हणटात ते आम्ही कितले कम्युनल ही गजाल आमकां दर खेपे कसली जेन्ना गजाल घडटा तेन्ना दिश्टी पडटा. बिकॉज वी ओपनली व्हेंटिलेट कम्युनल सेंटिमेंट्स आणि काय धर्मान दवरनासतना करतात. एब्युजीस ही एक गजाल जाली. वेअर डू यू सी दिस गोईंग? हाऊ विशिएटिंग इज दिस?
Well, it's absolutely vitiating, and maka tari ashi dista Pramod that it's got something to do with the concept of behavior. It's got nothing to do with communal. Do you really believe that people who troll others on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, have anything to do with caste and religion? I beg to differ with them. I think people who really felt something to be done for their community, something has to be done for their religious community or any other community, they would not make noise like this. They would just do for it. So the people who are doing it actually are people who are very impulsive and have absolutely no control over their emotions. So they want to just vent. It's more of a vent that they give out. Therefore, the kind of language, the way it is put across, is, I think, extremely uncivilized and very indecent. And that is one problem which social media will keep throwing open to the society. And I think it's a time that we make people aware. People should get educated the way they communicate, and that's the way to go about it.
एक गजाल जी आसा तो आसा दुसरो मुद्दो सिटीजनशिपाचो. थंय ते बरोबर बेकायदेशीर कायदेशीर सगळें मागीर पूण एक जो मुद्दो आयलो की ज्या लोकांनी सिटीजनशिप गिव अप केल्या एटलिस्ट तांणी तरी शर्माव दिवची न्ही. That was even when I interviewed Rohan for Head On, his basic thing was, at least now you have given up the citizenship and then you are telling me तूं अशें करून कुतो काडत बसता. It is not right. How do you feel?
No. That particular point maybe I will not share with Rohan. See, the reasons they have, they must be having families back here. The individual has shared, is given a citizenship because of various monetary gains he is getting from that particular place, or because he is not getting from this place. So he finds that is better. He can take his citizenship tomorrow. It is not that once he takes a citizenship means he is brand. He can come and take India is opening out. Tomorrow you can have dual citizenship. So that point is, I don't feel. My point is very straight, and which I will agree with Rohan, and whatever people might comment on me again, I don't know. But I am very straight. See, when you want to pass something, first the vulgar language has to be stopped. Whether he is seaman or female or whatever, just because he is contributing to I am also contributing to my economy. Who has given you a right to use abusive language? Abusive language is something which should not be done at all. Whatever dictionary may say, that is number one. Secondly, yes, their point of views have to be taken because they have interest for Goa, as he has said. We all have interest for Goa. But when we have interest for Goa, we should find out the real problem and don't say don't say what I feel internally, as he has pointed out, that it is more of just because I am not BJP. Like, let us say, if today I was not BJP, I am against the Congress, or because he is with Congress, he is against the BJP. If there is somebody like you who wants to compete with me, let him compete and throw me down.
No,
that is a competition policy.
No, Shirish,
it is not a right of somebody to get
there are
become
two
an
issues
MLA.
here. There are two issues, and both the panelists are important. First is citizenship. की एकदा सिटीजनशिप सोडली मागीर तुम्ही ओगी शर्माव दिनाका तो एक भाग आणि दुसरो गजाल निलेशाचो इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट यू डोंट गो आउट फॉर सर्वायवल यू गो आउट फॉर ग्रीनर पेस्चर्स सो टू जस्ट
these are two different issues.
Yes.
See, I am not staying in Goa. I am staying in Mumbai. Okay.
Yeah.
I am also going for greener pastures.
Correct.
Exactly.
In a way. Okay. I am I am working in the film industry. I am doing something over there, and of course, I have not surrendered my voting rights from Goa. I have not. I come here to vote. Okay. I could have easily taken a ration card in Bombay and transferred my vote over there and voted over there. But no, I do it over here. So I have a right, basically, to come and speak something about a politics because I am voting a person into power. People who do not vote a person into power,
Okay.
basically. Okay. You don't vote. You might contribute. Even I contribute. You are voting a person. You have given up your rights to vote. Okay, then you can comment.
Yeah.
You can comment. I'm not saying you cannot say anything.
Okay.
You can definitely comment, but don't insist that it should be exactly the way you want it. No, that is not done.
Then you don't have a right for that insistence.
Insistence you don't have a right. You have a right to suggest.
Very interesting points, both points.
I love to watch movies, and since he's a person from movie, I'm reminded of Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, in which the mother of a daughter tells her very clearly, dream, but don't put a precondition that your dreams should come true. I mean, that's a nice way to put it. Yeah.
Both these issues, एक citizenshipaचो आणि दुसरो you go out not for survival but for greener pastures. How do you look at both these issues? Both are different issues, but very crucial issues from the point of view of
From the point of view of academics, I'll say I think it's nothing wrong in looking for greener pastures. Of course. I mean, it's something like this. I need to look at it. What am I like? For example, somebody like Mr. Shirish, if he had to stay in Goa, not that he would not have been able to make films, but the sheer exposure that he gets in Mumbai because of volumes and the quantum that he gets to work there, makes him a completely different person.
Correct.
So that's creatively a greener pasture. That's economically a greener pasture. So there's nothing wrong in looking out for greener pasture. So that's one aspect which I think we should keep aside.
Yeah.
Citizenship, again, I think that's again a very individualistic kind of thing, and I would not like to bring the whole concept of nationalism.
I'm not saying I want
Right.
not a nationalism.
Right, I'm coming
I'm
to that.
only on a
I'm
point
coming to
that whether
Right,
after giving up your citizenship,
whether
do
you have a right,
of
Correct.
insistence.
That's right. So insistence. I don't think anybody, even a citizen, has a right of insistence. Like I said, I might have a viewpoint, but I insist that I'm only correct is not right even for the citizen of the country. Forget living citizenship. I think if you think your point of view is right, you've got methods to do it, you've got ways to do it. You can't be abusive to somebody else who does not share your opinion. I mean, that's not civilized, that's not being a human. So you obviously have a viewpoint which is not in tune with somebody else, but you cannot insist that your viewpoint is correct. So that's one aspect which we are very clear about. Forget the citizenship, whether you are from India or you are not from India. I think there have been so many posts that Indian people have written about Donald Trump. I mean, and people have insisted, and there have been so many posts from India that have said, go against him, troll him. I mean, that's the kind of thing that has happened. So that's not something that comes in your purview. However, as I said, human mind is such that you really can't get that animal instinct out of a person. You say, I am right and I am ego. And I think what he said was very right. I think every human being has a very high level of ego. And if you disagree with somebody, he takes it personal and takes it on the ego and doesn't accept the fact that what he is contradicting or what he is not agreeing to is only a decision of mine or only a policy of mine.
The question is very simple. Nilesh says, if you want to criticize my view. The moment you start criticizing Nilesh and not his view, it becomes personal.
See, can somebody stop it? No. Nobody can. See,
No,
it's a
but
fake
that is a-
ID.
that is a
There are
debate.
people who are talking.
So why you get offended then?
I don't get offended.
No,
but
why don't you
a
get
person,
offended?
the whole thing started. A person like Rowan County, ಒಳ್ಳೆ board matalo. Last time tomorrow Parikar wo Parikar to. Tetna tuka Parikar je critics matalle. Tetna he was happy. That time nobody would, you would not feel offended.
But that
No. But see, now here NRIs are 2 legs are outside India. 43% in Gulf, 15% in Europe, 10% in Asia. So all these people are, what do you have in Goa? Nothing. You go to Kerala. They built a whole airport, Kochi, with the help of NRI. Is the government, I'll tell you, I worked last 4 years, I work every day with the NRI. I'll tell you, besides bringing the, some help, whatever, because of passport and all those things, there is nothing. Nothing.
सरकाराकडे कामच असणार.
There is nothing. The government, I think the
So it is
government.
purely out of concern for Goa.
Today mining is nothing, tourism is nothing. If we can contribute to the economy in a right way, because these banks are, private banks are doing, government would not need any kind of money.
म्हाका फायल शिरीफबाब एक गजाल सांगात. तोच पॉइंट हा की वी हॅव स्टार्टेड क्रिटिसायझिंग द पर्सन रादर देन डिबेटिंग द व्ह्यूज. डू यू थिंक एटलीस्ट तितली जरी आमची तकल्यांक गेले, most of this problem would get sorted out?
No, not really. Because see, they don't differentiate between the person and the issue. They keep on changing the goalpost. If you're attacking me, I don't know when they are going to attack me and when they are going to attack my view. And the moment I start clearing myself, they change the goalpost. When I start clearing that goalpost, again it comes this side. So basically, you have to have a basic mind to debate. See, what has happened is everybody who has a keyboard can debate today. People have become, fingers have become more intelligent than the people. So that is what is happening. They are all finger warriors. So what happens is anybody, and most of the time I see they abuse. Beyond the point, abuses start. Okay, and I have constantly said, please don't abuse, because I cannot get into an array of abuses. I cannot garland myself with abuses and start talking to you.
Yeah, Nilesh,
So it
finally,
becomes difficult.
at least view debate करूया. Let's keep the person aside. इतली जरी आमची तकल्या गेले, आमचो इश्यू बऱ्याच प्रमाणात सुट्टलो काय सुटचो ना?
Suttolo. I think that is the issue. I don't think Nilesh Cabral would have an issue if I tell him, boss, what your government is doing, this policy is wrong. He will say, yes, tell me why it is wrong. I'm ready to talk about it. If you tell me it is wrong, I will change it. He will do it. But if I tell him that you are wrong, he will obviously get back at me. I mean, that's the natural thing to happen. So I think I will tell you. My feeling to it, this is almost 60 to 75 problems will get sorted out once people start discussing views, once people start discussing point of views and the policies, and not person. Not person. See, you have done this policy. Like for example, sorry, I don't mean to this, but. You want to be in politics because there is greener pasture there. I don't think we should get to that. What we should take care is, okay, you are there in the government out of your own free will. I mean, that's a fair enough way to say it.
And people have a right to elect and defeat.
Absolutely. And when especially it is somebody elected and put into post. So, getting a course further and saying that, I mean, obviously, today I am working because I am getting paid. Tomorrow, if the university stops my salary, I will stop teaching. It's as simple as that. So, the logic is a completely different thing. So, I think what we need to discuss are the policies. What we need to discuss are the views and opinions.
Not the individuals.
Not the individual.
निलेश दिसता एटलीस्ट आयची डिबेटांतल्यान लोकांच्या तकल्यान इतली तरी गजाल
गेल्यार
उरली
बरो.
की लेट अस डिस्कस व्ह्यूज अँड नॉट इंडिव्हिज्युअल.
Geller bro, see, I'm telling you what he said is correctly put it. What I wanted to say is, if I give him a view, no, let us debate on the view. If I'm wrong, I should accept wrong. If you are wrong, you should accept. This is what the debate has to be.
कितली सिव्हिलिटी आसपाक जाय.
That civility, अरे काहीच ना, अरे that तुका सांगता न्ही, it is such. I used to interact. I started interacting. I stopped interacting. I put my view and I stopped. That's it. Nothing else more than that. Because see, it doesn't give me meaning. See, as he rightly said,
Dixon,
a view is very important. Then the person.
या डिक्सन फायनल इतलें बिकॉज लोक तुका मानतात तुगेले कॉन्टॅक्ट्स आसात. Can you get this one message across that let us, when we are talking about government, when we are talking about policies, let us talk about views and not individuals.
See, I'll tell you one thing. आता आमचं निलेश भाई म्हणले job दिता बरें आहा. What about the view is what the people are expecting. See, when you leave Goa, it's not because of love. Greener picture, definitely. Salary. But they want to come back. Do they have a retirement plan? Do they have a better medical facilities here? Do they have they don't even get a loan in the bank because they say you are NRI, you don't get loan. With our money, everybody is taking the loan. I'm just saying, if 1 week we take out all the remittance from all the banks one day, what will be what will the consequences? Because this is, now I ask Mr. Nilesh, see, NRI is a office there, they can do a wonders sarke. Paisha adpa, they are ready to spend, they are ready to do some good work, but there is nothing there. Big zero. See, NRI department, no, they are appointing the commissioner in a political. It should not be a political. The person should be, see, the person
You come
should.
with the issue, you give it to me. I will
No,
see
this
that
is
it
what
done.
we're suffering. I'm telling you.
No, Dixon, Bob,
Dixon,
your
still-
point is
your
no,
point
has
yes,
to be a-
yes, the point is, see,
The
the
person
point
has-
is very
see-
simple. You, as far as all Goans are concerned, nobody hates Goa. Whoever
Nobody
is
hates.
outside, nobody hates Goa.
nobody.
He is just asking for an effective mechanism where
So
they
give
can
it to
contribute
me.
more to the world.
So give it to
I
me.
hope that he gives it to you. And
I will do it.
How
I will do it.
itल्याचेर थांबता.
Position and posting is not what it is
no,
desired.
correct.
No,
I
no,
desire
no,
to
no,
be
no,
the
no.
Prime Minister of India.
No,
If I sit here, I will not become Prime Minister.
Correct. No, how
Has to be
itल्याचेर
the person in that has to be
who has to understand what he needs to do.
Exactly.
You
What
give it to
NRI
him.
Yes.
You give it to him. If
I
he's not
hope
doing,
he
you
is.
hold it. Now
I
you
hope
give it to
he
me.
is and I hope
You
you
give it to
do.
me. If I don't know, you next time you tell me that you
I
are
am very
useless.
happy.
I take
No,
a
no,
challenge.
not you are useless. You are
You-
let
as
us stop. You are
individual.
useless.
As an individual.
Let us stop. You are useless.
No, as an individual, I'm useless. If I
Okay.
can't do, I will tell him
no,
why
no.
I cannot do.
I have told the names of certain people
No,
to post there
Dixon.
because believe me, because see, you
I
need to
don't
travel
see.
around the world. You have to know the sentiment of the people over there because these people are
Dixon.
ready to within one.
No, म्हाका डिबेट सोंपयतना म्हाका इतलेंच दिसता आतल्यान 3 मुद्दे म्हाका दिसता गोंयकारां म्हऱ्या पावल्या पुरो. आनी श्रीजोबान ते बरी गजाल सांगिल्ली की आपूण मुंबय रावता बट आय हॅव नॉट गिवन अप माय वोटींग रायट म्हणून. सो आय थिंक एक ती गजाल. दुसरी गजाल म्हळ्यार आमी गोंयकार इतली बरे सुशेगाद म्हणटात पण कीबोर्डाचेर पावले की एकामेकाक आमी गाळी सोंवपाक लागता. ही दुसरी गजाल की लेट अस नॉट बी एब्युझिव्ह. आणि म्हाका तिसरी सादी गजाल दिसता म्हाका की लेट अस डिस्कस अँड डिबेट इश्यूज अँड नॉट इंडिव्हिज्युअल्स. आय थिंक ह्यो तीनच गजाली जर म्हाका दिसता तकल्याक पावल्यो जाल्यार आमचें वातावरण आनी खूब सुदारतलें. हे सुदारचे इतलोच मेसेज वचचो हे सांगताना थांबता. तुमी आयले, इतली बरे तरेन मतां मांडली. थँक्स अ लॉट. पवित्र प्रुडंट. नमस्कार.